The studio lights of The Tonight Show burned brighter than usual that night. But somehow the stage felt colder. Johnny Carson stood at his desk, smiling the way America expected him to smile. The audience laughed at his jokes, the band played their cheerful notes, and everything seemed normal until Johnny looked toward the stage entrance. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said softly, his voice different now, slower, heavier, "please welcome a man who doesn't need an introduction, John Wayne." The applause exploded. But when John Wayne stepped out, the audience slowly realized something wasn't the same. He walked carefully, not with the strong cowboy stride America loved, not with the fearless confidence they remembered. He moved slowly, painfully, like each step carried years on his shoulders. Johnny walked forward instead of waiting behind his desk. He reached out his hand, but instead of their usual playful handshake, he gently held Wayne's arm and helped guide him to the chair. For a moment, neither man spoke. The audience stopped clapping. Something in the air had changed. Crescent Moon Johnny smiled, trying to keep things light. "Duke, you still look tougher than the rest of us." Wayne chuckled, but the laugh didn't last long. "Well, Johnny," he said quietly, "sometimes looks can lie." The room fell silent. Johnny leaned forward. "Are you really doing?" Wayne looked down at his hands. Big hands, strong hands. Hands that once held rifles in westerns, saved towns, protected families on screen. Hands America trusted. "They tell me," Wayne said slowly, "I'm running out of trail." The audience froze. Johnny blinked. He hadn't expected him to say it so plainly. Wayne looked up, not at Johnny, but at the crowd. "I've spent my life playing heroes," he continued. "Men who never quit, men who never got scared, men who always rode into the sunset." His voice cracked slightly. "Nobody tells you what happens when the sunset comes early." A woman in the audience quietly wiped her eyes. Johnny swallowed hard. "You're still that man to us," he said gently. Wayne shook his head. He whispered, "Now I'm just a man who's learning how to say goodbye." The words landed heavily across the studio like falling snow. Snowflake reached across and placed his hand on Wayne's shoulder. "You don't have to say goodbye tonight," he said softly. Wayne smiled faintly. "I already am." Looked toward the audience again. "You folks watched me grow old without noticing it," he said. "And I watched you grow with me." Someone in the crowd whispered, "We love you, Duke." Wayne heard it. His eyes filled with tears, but he didn't wipe them away. "You made a kid from Iowa feel 10 feet tall," he said. "And if I did anything right in this life, it was riding beside you." Johnny looked down, struggling to keep his composure. This wasn't television anymore. This was something else, something real. Broken heart. Wayne leaned back slowly in his chair. "You know what scares me most?" he asked quietly. Johnny shook his head. "It's not dying," Wayne said. "It's leaving the people who believed in me." Johnny's voice nearly disappeared when he answered, "They'll never stop believing in you." For the first time that night, Wayne smiled like the old Duke. "Then I guess I can ride a little easier." The audience stood, not because a sign told them to, not because applause was expected. They stood because something inside them told them this moment mattered. Johnny stood too. He didn't say a joke. He didn't cut to commercial. He simply wrapped his arm around Wayne's shoulder and stood beside him, while America watched two strong men quietly hold each other together under the studio lights. And for the first time in the history of the show, Johnny Carson didn't try to end the silence. "Milky Way."